Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the back nine coverage of round 2 of the 2021 Discraft Great Lakes Open, presented by Discraft, the world leader in disc sports. I'm Brian Earhart, joined here again by Nate Perkins, and this is one of the best cards that I've gotten to commentate on in quite some time.
What a front nine, Brian.
4 differing play styles of really talented golfers. We got Corey Ellis, Paul McBeth, Double G, Silver Lot, and they're playing great. Corey and Paul, 4 down, 5 down. That's the mark you want to hit to shoot a hot round. You still have to beat the back nine.
It gets significantly harder. It's longer. The par 3s are so difficult. 10 and 11 and 13, they are just treacherous holes.
And the wind has picked up, Nate. It is swirling out here on number 10, uphill, low ceiling, a couple different gaps you can take. A lot of players have been opting for a roller in recent years. Kevin Jones kind of changing the game, throwing that roller a couple years ago, I believe. And we'll see in this wind if anyone goes for it. Silver just goes a bit deep with that forehand.
That's hard to do. That was a huge forehand.
Paul going straight at it. It's the same disc he threw on 7. What?
It must be a Zeus.
I don't think it is. I really genuinely don't think it is. If you watch the flight on 7, the flip point
was
is
gentle
not... I think that's a control driver that he's throwing. But it's a brand new one that I have not seen him throw. Corey trying to go for everything. And he does. He gets it through.
He's 20 feet.
Wow. Okay, so there is... I'm not sure if Garrett's going for it with this wind. There was a wide hyzer line. He's going for the roller. Okay, let's see. No way. I mean, not a bad roll off that tree, but that was seeking the basket. No problem.
Oh, and Silver's got a look. Oh, he's just been a little strong on the spin putt.
Mm-hmm.
Paul from circle's edge.
Dropped right out of the sky. No chance. Corey nails it. Another birdie. He's shooting fantastic right now. He moves to 5 under and ties Paul. Yeah, the mark to hit on the front nine, you want to shoot between, 4 and 6 comfortably. Obviously, you want to birdie all 9 of them, but a good mark to set is 4 to 6 under, moving into the back. And after we have some par tap-ins, we're moving into number 11.
This is such a tricky par 3. It says 370, but the angle that you have to throw, players are throwing full rips on this one. You have to go for the right-hand backhand. You just have to throw it so high with so much angle.
Corey going a little hyzer out of the hand. This is a flippier disc. And didn't quite get it up to the basket, but as long as he's able to get up and down, he'll be beating the field.
Now, I've never actually seen a forehand birdie on this hole. Not saying it's not possible, but it is a huge shot, and he's just outside the circle.
Yeah, you're just saying it's large, and because it is large.
Yeah.
That is a huge one, or a huge sidearm. Paul going Undertaker here. The trick is getting it to pan flat so it doesn't hit the hill and roll down.
Which I just don't know how to do.
It's a tough special shot with power because you can't throw your neutral distance driver. You have to throw something that can still get, catch the nose down while still being thrown so high. And G has looked like he stalled his out a bit. Paul's in Narnia. He is hanging with Aslan right now. Little spinny air bounce from Paul, playing the hill.
Yeah, pretty approach. That's not easy with how sloped it is.
Oh, the amount of rollaways I have seen on this hole.
I've seen it go
This is notorious.
down back to the tee pad of the next hole. Like 250
Yeah.
feet. It's so steep.
If Corey hits metal on this, it is an 80% chance of rollaway. He would be lucky to stick. Whew, hits on the right side of the basket, which is fortunate.
There's that 20%. Come on, Silver. I wanted it.
Just
Still
right.
haven't seen the forehand birdie.
Paul played that approach about as good as you could play it from there. If he tried throwing a forehand into the green, he would have almost certainly rolled away. He knew he had to play a little flat Anheuser, long left.
And that's a nervy putt right there.
Yes.
That 22-footer onto this sloped green.
If I need to get up and down in a pressure situation, I'm grabbing the AVR X3 every time. When you can connect the visualization of the shot that you're trying to throw with the feel of the disc in your hand, that's really when magic happens. I can trust throwing the disc as hard as I want or as soft as I want to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Like the AVR is the best putter of all time, the AVR X3 just might be the best approach disc of all time.
Hole number 12, par 3, 344, plays closer to 400. Uphill, push hyzer with a distance driver. You're pretty much having to throw to get to this basket, unless you're Corey Ellis. Is he throwing a mid-range? No.
No, he's got to be going driver.
Okay, that definitely is I was like, no way. And he just pushes his a little long. That's the tricky part. You have to get it moving left, but it flattens last second and pushes forward. Otherwise, you're going to be short left in circle 2 without much of a look. This is actually a great play from Silver. He'll get that long carry left. Look at this.
Oh, is that it?
No way.
Wow, Silver lot.
Please.
Just parks it.
I want to show you all this sidearm form. Nate, what do you think about this sidearm?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing I notice about Silver is where he brings it from. He doesn't bring back at all. We don't even barely see the disc come behind his body. It's there, and then that elbow is just driving close to his body, creating that lag. I'm so happy he executed that shot, and we got to see it on camera.
Yeah, you see Paul was trying to throw something a little flippier. He opened his hips up a little early. He was trying to really jam them closed, and he knew it right away. Here's Double G with that slightly flippy wraith.
Just a little inside.
Just shows how tough this push hyzer truly is.
Yeah, you have to challenge those on the left because of it's so easy to drive it too straight.
Exactly. You know, and we talk about Silver's sidearm. The way he throws it allows him to be able to throw sidearm dominant for a long time. You know, I think over time, players like Sarah Hokum and Silver and these sidearm dominant players learn how to minimize excess motion in that sidearm so they don't hurt themselves, and they're able to throw more consistently with the bigger muscles of their body. Just so impressive to watch. Absolutely ridiculous.
That was one of the best
birdie.
shots of the round. I mean, with all the good shots that we've seen, that's special. Hole 13, one of the most difficult holes to card a birdie 2 on out here at Toboggan. Look at this late gap. The gap is only 30 feet across, 30 feet from top to bottom, and it's so late in the flight. It's 450 feet away.
You have to challenge this tree line in the back and then sneak behind the branches. This one is a bit early, and that is not a good kick. That kept flying right. He's going to have to get creative if he wants to save a 3. Corey going with a sidearm. Same miss. And that's what's tough about it. Throwing the hyzer out of the hand downhill. Normally the hyzer is a low to high shot. It's easier to go nose down and hyzer with something overstable. Kind of like what Paul just did. But then you don't quite get that, momentum moving right as much.
So close. If that's hyzering just a few feet earlier, he's going to get that helpful skip.
Oh, what? Is he going roller? He is. That was awesome.
That was great.
He's got a Sonic.
He's got a look. Yep.
Yeah.
He does have a Sonic, Brian.
Wow.
Oh, touchy
No
shot
way.
from Silver. So pretty.
Those branches framed up the shot he needed to hit, and he nailed it.
That's that true frisbee toss there, the little nose-up spinner.
Just pop.
Seeing that shot, it makes me miss my guy Manabu.
Manabu Kajiyama from Japan. If you haven't seen him play disc golf, watch coverage of Manabu Kajiyama from Masters Cup. He came over from Japan and put on an absolute clinic of touch, power, everything under the sun. He's a phenomenal player to watch. Doesn't get to come over here as often as he'd like.
Actually had the pleasure of playing with him both rounds at the Masters Cup. It was such a treat. He's been off on the putt today. He only had one circle one miss during round 1 when he shot that 7 down, and just can't find that rhythm today.
Yeah, the spin putt is so intuitive. You have to be so comfortable within your own skin. Any bit of extra pressure or different mindset can change, your release point drastically.
And it seems to be one of those things where you start missing early in the round, and your confidence can just drift away. And then if you're not confident with the spin putt is when things start getting really out of hand.
Yeah. Paul carding another par. Starting to slow down a bit after a really solid beginning. And Double G does the same thing, and we're going to move on to number 14. And there you have it. We have been seeing some phenomenal golf. And I think the big story here is Corey Ellis is still continuing, although taking a bogey, he's still continuing a very solid round right now. We've been watching some serious highlights happen. Moving into number 14, 700 feet.
Wide open.
Wide open. Off to the races. Throw as far as you can. And then you shoot uphill to this protected basket. Depth perception is key here on that second shot, but initially just bomb one as far as you can. Paul looks like he's going Undertaker, though. Interesting.
It's that same purple disc that he's forehanding, and apologize, we really should figure out what he's throwing, but he changes his bag so often.
More so than almost any player I've ever met.
Keep turning. Oh, didn't quite get it to turn, but that's still traveling over 500 feet on flat to hyzer. And he's actually up on that little, he's up on flat ground.
Yeah, he should have a hyzer up to the green.
Just a little low out of the hand from Silver. Let's see if Corey can get a hold of one here for us.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so he is safe over there. He might have a big hyzer. Just depends on what his footing looks like.
Does the OB for 3 play for this hole?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Silver shoots his a bit short left. It's going to be an easy pitch up for a par if he can't run the birdie.
Oh, Paul's in 15's fairway.
Yep, Paul
Oh, it does
not
kind of
capitalizing.
did work through further than it could have, and he might have a look. Standstill hyzer from Corey. Wow.
Just outside circle one. That is
huge. He
That's
didn't
a big
move
shot.
his legs.
You're right. He did not move his legs. Might have wiggled them a little bit to throw the shot.
I don't get it, Brian. I don't get where he's generating that power from. And a beautiful approach with that rock.
Oh. Masterful scramble from Silver. And he was only 45 feet from the basket. There's so many vines back there. Just off the top. Paul's been working hard this round. Oh! Top rung of the chains for Corey. A fantastic birdie being off to the left side. And like you said, standstill spike hyzer from that left side. That is a tight angle to hit. Great birdie from Corey.
He's only a few off the pace. If he could collect a few more birdies, he's still in this game.
Tapping in some pars. Moving into number 15.
All right, so 15 did play as the hardest hole on the course yesterday. You need to be 100 to 150 feet in front of this tee pad if you want to consider attacking this one for the birdie 3. We've only seen a handful of birdies throughout the event thus far.
There were more birdies this round than there were in round 1. Players are beginning to figure it out. Oh my goodness. So, decent positioning, but I don't know if a 3 is possible from there. Here's Corey. This is I believe, a force? Yeah.
Yeah, so those red pop-top ones.
The red pop-top force is very overstable. He's going to be crushing this one. Yeah, held the hyzer the whole way. Look at this drive.
Oh, that is perfect.
And let's jump back to Corey Ellis's. This is his first step of his X step. And it's interesting. He kind of brings the disc upwards and almost creates like a pendulum. That's some body English that you wouldn't necessarily teach a new player, but he's able to use that to create a ridiculous amount of force behind the disc. Very interesting. Paul going with a pretty textbook hyzer flip to flat. That's got to keep coming back left.
It needs to swing and get a skip. Oh, look at it. Wow.
Paul is going to have a look for the birdie here. That is right where you want to be. Great looking backhand from Silver. Does it have the distance? Oh, yeah. He'll get to choose sidearm or backhand from there.
And the rare forehand from Garrett. Well executed shot.
Well, you do it well, Garrett. And looks like Silver is not opting for a birdie. He just wants to get a 4
I don't know, Brian. He kind of smoked that one.
He's going to be maybe pin high, but he's not going to be in that great of a position. Here's Corey with a standstill.
Corey is breaking my mind. How is he standstilling from 450 feet away?
Oh my God!
He's parked it!
Huh?
Corey birdied it yesterday, too. And he's going standstill birdie on this par 5 that they're calling a par 4. What a guy. I want to give the man a hug.
It's a great looking shape from Paul. And
Wow,
he
we've
puts
got
it up there as well.
2 shots that are parked.
This all averaged a 4.32 on the day. And a lot of players not even coming close to playing this for a 3. Like, you see Garrett a little bit out of position, and he has to play it for a 4. Nice par save from Silver. Again, that is taking strokes in the field, taking a 4 on this one. It's kind of a tweener, par 4, par 5. This is feeling like an eagle.
These are so close. I got to imagine that not a single other card had multiple.
There were 5 birdies on the day, and 2 of them were on this card, I believe. Tap in for Corey. Just ridiculous.
We need a standstill highlight reel.
Focus. Get rid of any of those pressure thoughts and really center yourself, like where you're at and the shot you're throwing. Trying to just really let everything besides the basket bleed away.
Wow. Hole number 16. 396, tight window. Hyzer flip up the gut. You can go high stall. A lot of players are just going straight at this pin.
There's so many spectators. You see how close they were?
Oh, it's been an absolute madhouse out here as Corey puts his to the edge of circle 1.
They sold 1,700 spectator passes for this event.
It's something special to be a part of right now. And I think it's absolutely wonderful that people are coming out and they're making it. They are making it the atmosphere that we've been raving about. So thank you.
Disc golf fans are the best fans. They come out here. Paige and I were talking about it, Brian. They come out here. They walk for miles.
Yeah.
What other sport do they come out and
They
walk?
don't.
Yeah, they just sit in a seat, drink their beer. These guys, they can't even drink the water that's out here on the course. They have to bring their own.
Yeah.
And they just walk for miles, and they love it. So,
And we love it.
thank you.
Ooh, a high stall forehand from Silver. Just hits that middle tree, kind of blocking the basket and shaping that last bit of the flight. Garrett's just playing catch here. Just left again for Silver. Kind of a rough round for him.
Oh, no.
And after getting the beautiful birdie on 15, Corey finally shows a bit of a chink in the armor. Paul's still 1 off of Corey. We have 2 birdieable holes left. Hard holes, nonetheless. But as you can see, Corey is tied for 5th currently. The scoring spread in this course is pretty wild. If he takes 1 more birdie stroke, he might be close to the lead, if not within a couple strokes.
Yeah, hole 17, they've moved it back this year. It is playing so hard today. We've got a stiff 12 to 15 mile per hour wind, headwind, kind of slight right to left, and you've got OB all along the left side. A lot of these players are throwing the hyzer out over the road. You really have to trust a stable disc into this wind.
And there's that pop top force. Huge shot. And Nate, I'm going to make a correction on something you said earlier. This actually played as the hardest hole on the day. 15 was number 2. This actually was a 4.45 average because of exactly what you said, that 15-mile-an-hour headwind that they were faced with. But I love the idea of pushing the tee pad back, making this huge mature tree, force the players to make a decision, and come into the green with a driver rather than a chip shot. Makes the hole so much more exciting.
Look at that trust. He
Oh
threw it on
my
hyzer.
goodness, look at this.
Flipping up, air bouncing.
That's the world distance champion right there, folks. That is huge. And Silver going out over the out of bounds in the headwind. This is scary.
What a madman.
Oh no. Keep coming. Go right.
No! Just a few more feet of airtime.
And he just has to take his shot from so far back, and it is not easy to stick it on this green. Keep going.
Oh, okay, good. That's when things can get really dangerous here on 17.
Stand still again. Oh,
No, he's
wow.
He's the best standstill thrower all time. He just threw it 450 feet up the hill from a slope.
Is flabbergasted a good way to describe it? Wow.
I thought he was like playing conservative when he was standing like that. I mean, I know we've seen him rip before, but that was the biggest one he's thrown. He went deep of this one.
Ooh, a little drift up the hill. Paul lands it on the green. He is putting. Silver is on the hill, putting for a bogey.
Tricky shot from Garrett.
Oh, and it does.
Oh no, all the way. No, you hate to see that. He needed that birdie to stay in the mix here at this tournament.
That is frustrating. Just inches from a birdie. Here's Corey. Oh, huge tailwind drop. There's that spin putt. Solid bogey save. That is not easy after going out of bounds that early.
Yeah, that was a great bogey save.
Yeah.
He threw 3 from
Way back
600
there.
feet away still.
And Garrett just missing a few circle one putts today. Threw the disc great. Just missed a few opportunities. And I think the reason Corey shoots so well routinely at the toboggan is exactly like what you just said. I think the standstill on this awkward footing, uphill, downhill, on slopes, I think this is why he shoots so well out here. Obviously, there's a lot of other elements to his game that are great, but this has helped him out tremendously out here.
Yeah, you have to be able to throw the disc 450 like with ease.
18, folks. Tricky. Players have begun to figure it out over the years. The left side OB doesn't come into play as much. You see some players like Yuli throwing the quick flip roller up the hill. You see some backhand turnovers. A lot of people have good enough sidearms now that they can jam one up this hill, give themselves a look. Corey has thrown a great sidearm, put it about 35 feet from the basket.
If he can make that, he's going to put himself back on the chase card once again.
And that is early. That is just early, and you saw the wind just shove that into the woods on the right side. Look at this turnover he has to throw. It's so specific.
And it's headed straight for the out of bounds, too, you know?
Yeah,
If
exactly.
If you don't get the angle right,
You're almost aiming to be at the edge of circle one on the left side if you're throwing the turnover. You don't have to park the basket.
well, Silver had a tough round, but he did give us one of the great highlights with that forehand
Oh, yeah.
on 12. Oh, Garrett
What a
Gurthie
finish.
drops it in.
Steep 45-degree hyzer and hearted
Love
middle.
to see it. Gatekeeper rewind.
One of my favorite players to watch throw a flying disc in the world. It's always a treat to commentate on his rounds.
And look at him rocking the Albert Tom
Love
bazooka hat. What a homie. Let's go, Corey Ellis. In the heart. What a round from the guy. 8 down yesterday, 7 down today. He is going to be 2 back of the lead, Brian, heading into the final round. He has a legitimate chance to win an Elite Series event.
He didn't capitalize on quite a few opportunities as well. So if he cleans those up, we could see a brand new Pro Tour winner tomorrow. There you have it, folks.
What a treat.
Wow.
Gatekeeper Media, thank you so much for this coverage. This has been one of the more memorable rounds.
So many highlights, and the course sets up for it. The course creates these spectacular spectator moments. Here we have it. This is who we have looking at the win going into the final round. So many players, it's anybody's game.
Kevin Jones and Kyle Klein with the 11 under.
Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube. We will catch you for the round 3 coverage soon. I'm Brian Earhart. He's Nate Perkins. We are signing off, and we will catch you next time.